Side come together on the same time, dark and lovely. Yeah, I love mine. Beautiful, we are, huh? Queens, we are. I must admit, and we will go far. Don't ever forget. Yeah, I must admit, black queens, we are. Dark and lovely, I am. The color of beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful it may. The color of beautiful, beautiful. Got me beautiful. You look at me, what do you see? Do you see? Oh, beautiful. Hello, beautiful people. I'm trying this again. I had it scheduled for 2 o'clock, but it wasn't turned on. Something wasn't turned on because I wasn't broadcasting. So I'm trying it again. Happy New Year. I'm Dr. Karen Moore, founder of I Am the Color of Beautiful Global Movement, where we are redefining the standard of beauty for women of color. Our focus is on helping dark skinned women move beyond the hurt and stress of colorism. And it is Wondrously Made Wednesday. And I love Wondrously Made Wednesday. I love every day. And I'm just grateful. Let me just say this. I'm so grateful to be alive today and to even have been given another opportunity to see another year, 2023. And I'm just so grateful to God for everything that He's doing and how I've just been so blessed to be able to do the work that I do. And today I want to talk to you about the language of colorism. And so you might say, okay, so what's the language of colorism? Well, the language of colorism is using words that are really hurtful and harmful. Colorism, in case you don't know, is this discriminatory practice of favoring lighter skin over darker skin. And when we think about the language of colorism, we're talking about the words that are associated with people who are of darker skin. Here at The Color of Beautiful, we like to say deeply melanated because even dark has a negative connotation in many ways. Unless you're saying dark and lovely, dark can have a negative connotation when you say things or hear things like you're pretty for a dark skinned girl. You know, what exactly does that mean? How about I'm pretty? Okay, we don't have to add the extra for a dark skinned girl. That's some of the harmful language that I'm referring to, the language of colorism, or to call somebody darky or blacky or monkey or some of the other words that we use when we are referring to people who have basically just have more melanin in their skin. And, I never minimize it, but in a lot of ways, it just comes down to melanin. It really does. It comes down to melanin. And we choose to make assumptions about people based on melanin. And we choose to say that melanin is not beautiful when actually it is quite beautiful. And we need to be aware of the words that we use. And just to be also clear on the other side of that, when we say things to light skinned people like high yellow or um, red bone or light bright damn near white, right? That's also the language of colorism because we are now reversing, it's a reverse discrimination. And we don't want to be a part of any of that. And so I really want to encourage you to be mindful of what you're saying, the language that you're using, even in jest, because what is many times funny to one person is not funny to another. And especially when you're the person that's the butt of the joke. and that the joke is demeaning something that you were born with, and it should be something of celebration and not something of disdain. We need to be celebrating one another as the wonderful, beautiful human beings that we are, that we have such a creative God that chose not to create in one color. Those of us that are creatives know that we like to have options and to be able to use different things. And God, the master creator, the master creative, did not use just one color. He made us all different. He made us all special. He made us all beautiful. And so it's important that we begin to consider very carefully the language that we use and think about our children and how, when we're making these jokes and calling people names, and you're saying something to a person that is mean, derogatory, and a child hears that and the child looks like that person. So, what are we saying to our children? How are we continuing to bleed on ourselves, and now we're bleeding on our children? And we need to begin to celebrate all the beautiful hues that we come in, and understand that it's really the heart we need to be concerned about. What kind of heart does a person have? How are they navigating the world? Are they navigating the world with kindness and empathy and love and joy, regardless of their skin tone? And that we need to see the beauty in all of us and who we are, and that it's important for us in this world to be human and to respond as humans and connect as humans, and that the language of colorism, we're going to begin to not use it anymore. We're not going to use it anymore. We're not going to make fun of people based on their color. We shouldn't make fun of people based on anything. But sometimes I think when you're close to people and you're friends, and you say things, and but you have to also decide, figure out, ask if that's hurtful to them. If I call you whatever it is I'm calling you, is that offensive to you? Is it hurtful? So that we can begin to really get beyond colorism, and we can just really value, all of us can be valued and held worthy and be loved and experience joy in this very difficult world we're living in. So that's what we're doing here at The Color of Beautiful, is making people aware of colorism and what it is, and how you can be the difference. When you hear it, call it out. Don't be afraid to call it out and say, hey, listen, that's really not a nice thing to say. It's really not cool to do that. It really isn't. I don't know if they say cool anymore. I'm telling my age, but whatever it is you say, it's not good to do that, right? And so you want to begin to really stand up and take a stand against it. We have to take a stand against racism. We have to take a stand against sexism. We have to take a stand against colorism and all the other isms that are out here. We have to begin to take a stand and not allow it to take place in our families when we have family gatherings, even if it's grandma. And I say, of course, respectfully, but in all due respect, grandma, we don't say that anymore. We don't say those words. We don't use those words, because we want everyone to feel included and welcomed and appreciated and valued in our family. That's the way we really want to be, because we're not being inclusive when we're making fun of people and deciding to exclude them because they don't look like us or don't look the way that we think valuable people should look. So let's begin to really be mindful of the language that we're using. And let's not use the language that's associated with colorism. Thank you so much. And I want to tell you all that we're offering our binaural relaxation track through the end of February. Free. You can sign up and get a free download. You'll see the QR code on the screen. That'll take you right to the form to fill out, and you can download our binaural relaxation track that's full of affirmations and reminding you of who you are and how God created you to be. So you can download that if you're on your phone or something and you see this. You can go to bit.ly/binaural underscore track and get the binaural relaxation track where I'm very calmly and peacefully talking to you about how incredible you really are. So go ahead and get that. And we look forward to being able to talk more about colorism and the things that we're doing to be able to make people aware of colorism and to really begin to make a difference and help people to overcome the hurt that they've experienced based on the melanin that they have in their skin. And we're determined to make a difference in people's lives when it comes to that. So I thank you all so much for joining me. If it's the replay, let me know. And please, by all means, let me know about how you feel. Let me know if you feel that you've used those words and you're going to change. I mean, if you want to, you can send a message to me privately if that's what you want to do. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you've experienced those words in your life, you've experienced being called those words, and let me know how you've overcome it or if you're still dealing with it. And I'd love to hear from you and let you know how here we at the Color of Beautiful, I am the Color of Beautiful Global, will be able to assist you and point you in the right direction to really beginning to appreciate how beautiful and valuable and worthy you really are. So thank you so much. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. And remember, we say it loud. We wear it proud. I am the Color of Beautiful. Be blessed.